The rescheduled ICE raids are expected to happen on Sunday in at least 10 major U.S. cities, including here in Chicago. Local immigration advocates have been working around the clock to inform undocumented immigrants of their rights. But how can they actually prevent deportations?
The reality is our laws are written in certain ways, and we may not be able to stop or help everyone, but we will fight like hell to make sure that we do.
Liberation, not deportation! Liberation, not deportation!
There's only so much planning local organizers can do. Still, they say informing at-risk immigrants about their rights and the limits of what ICE agents can do goes a long way.
We've already gone out and knocked thousands of doors and distributed to thousands of individuals information about their basic constitutional rights that we all have regardless of our citizenship status. And we want people to know, one, they should not open the door to an ICE agent unless that ICE agent has a warrant signed by a judge, which most of the time ICE does not. And we also want folks to know that if they see ICE in the community or if ICE comes knocking on their door, they should call the Deportation Help Hotline.
One acute concern for organizers is the reported possibility of collateral deportations on Sunday. That's when ICE agents arrest undocumented immigrants they encounter during raids, even though they are not actual targets. These collateral arrests can be relatives of people targeted by ICE.
But what we've seen is that many times what ICE will do is they'll get to an apartment building, they don't have a warrant signed by a judge, but the front door will be open. Or someone will let them in. And at that point, then they will go and knock on every single apartment door. And they will then have collateral, detentions.
An ICE spokesperson refused to confirm whether the ICE operation will indeed take place on Sunday, but told Newsy that ICE prioritizes the arrest and deportation of undocumented immigrants who pose a threat to national security, public safety, and border security. At the same time, he confirmed that if an undocumented immigrant is encountered during the course of a targeted enforcement action, then the individual may be subject to arrest. He also stated that immigration law gives ICE agents the power to interrogate and in some cases arrest undocumented immigrants without warrant. Anonymous government officials told the New York Times that the operation will target more than 2,000 undocumented immigrants who have recently crossed the border and have received deportation orders. But the details and certainty around the national operation remain murky.
Well, ultimately, we don't know the scope of what ICE's enforcement activity will look like. I hope that similar to, some weeks ago, that this operation is canceled once again, but we can never know.
Either way, local undocumented immigrants say they have a plan for their documented family members to carry on in case of deportations.
Si ellos tocan a mi puerta, yo estoy lista con un plan de acción con mi familia. Ya tengo un plan con abogados, estoy preparándome con mis derechos y en ese plan tengo una carta poder donde quién se va a quedar con mi casa, quién va a pagar el mortgage, ¿verdad? Quién va a recoger mi cheque. Ya tengo lista un plan y también ese mismo plan estamos pasándolo con la comunidad donde puedan estar listos para en caso de una deportación.